has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Hello?
Hi, is this Sam?
It is?
Hi, Sam. It's Officer James Frederick PD. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. We're looking for Shanann, as I'm sure you've heard.
Yeah, I've been glued to my phone and talking to everybody as much as I can.
Okay. I was just wondering if you had any information you could pass on to us that you think may be helpful or something like that. Do you live in Colorado?
Yeah. I don't. I live in Maryland.
Okay.
But we work together and, we're friends. We talk. Nothing makes sense to me.
Okay. When was the last time you talked to her?
Actually, I haven't talked to her since July 18th. And that was via text, but, before that we talked a lot. She was really close with my best friend, though, Addie.
I just tried calling Addie, and her phone went straight to voicemail. Where does Addie live?
Addie lives here near me in Maryland, down the road from me. She's on a plane right now. She lands in about 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Where's she going?
She's coming home.
Oh, to Maryland?
She was with Shanann in Arizona.
How do you say her name?
Cindy.
Say it again.
Shanann.
Shanann, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. That's okay. Everybody says it wrong.
She was with her in Arizona?
Yep. So was Cindy Durosset. Do you have her phone number, too?
I don't.
I'm going to give that to you before we get off.
Okay.
We had a training out there, and so Shanann is part of my team, and Addie is part of my team, and so Addie is her leader, and I'm theirs, kind of, I guess.
Okay.
So they went out there and did a training, and we're out there this weekend, and I know that Nikki dropped her off this morning.
Is that how you guys know each other?
Through Lavelle, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. We became really close, too. I mean, I've been to Colorado to their home, and, I know Chris. We've been on lots of trips and getaways to Mexico and New Orleans, all kinds of places that our company, we've earned through the company.
Okay.
So I guess knowing her, so much of this does not make sense to me. She's a very meticulous person. She's very routine. Nothing's ever off.
Okay.
So, when I just talking to the girls, Addie and them telling me that, Chris pulled the truck up to the garage at 5-something in the morning. For me, that's very weird because her daughter's bedroom's above the garage. She would never have wanted her to be woken up, the dog to bark, stuff like that.
Right.
She's somebody who would have a phone, her purse, her everything. She would never leave her kid's medicine. She had a doctor's appointment this morning. This is not her. This is not, I don't know.
Has she expressed anything to you when you last talked to her, or recently in the last few months?
Not to me, but definitely to Addie. And I'm not sure about Cindy, but I think Cindy as well.
Okay.
I'm in a group text with Cindy and Addie right now. They're both my best friends, and we're really having a hard time figuring this out.
Right. Well, if you would let Addie know
Yeah, I do know one thing.
Okay, go ahead.
That, I mean, I'm telling you what Addie has been telling me because I know you can't reach her right now, but you'll hear this from her. That I know she and Chris expressed he didn't want the baby, and in the last 4 weeks, weird things were happening. Like, I know Chris to be a great father, a great husband, very involved. You know, he does the laundry, he cooks, he takes care of the kids, he helps her, and he's so helpful, like more than any man I've ever known. And in the last 4 weeks, Addie told me, everyone's kind of, not everyone, but those that know are saying that things have happened and weird things with him that aren't like him.
Like, did she have examples?
Yeah, for instance, even, well, I have the video of, you know, her telling him that they were pregnant and how happy he was, and he cried, you know, and then for him to say now that he wants a separation and he didn't want the baby, from what Addie told me, you know, those are strange things to us. And then I think it was Saturday night, he went to a baseball game with his buddies, and then he said he told Shanann he went and got dinner and a beer, and he told her he had a salmon and a beer, like salmon dinner and beer. And she found it weird that, like the bill, when she looked at the bank statement or whatever, came to like $60-something, which seemed like a lot.
Right.
So what I told Addie, I talked to Nikki and I talked to Addie today about that because, like, the first thing, obviously I have my own gut feelings and stuff, and I'm thinking, well, maybe he's cheating. And I said, what was the name of the restaurant? What time did you leave? And apparently it was, and I said, well, maybe we can see if he was alone at the restaurant, because if there was someone with him, that might play a big role in this. And so Nikki told me the restaurant. It's in Westminster.
Okay.
Hold on, let me look at my phone, okay? I'll tell you the name of it. Hold on a second. Put it down here. It was, sorry, bear with me. I'm trying to pull it up, and I have my Wi-Fi. Oh, I think she told me that it was the Rusty Bucket. The Rusty Bucket.
Okay.
And Nikki said something about, I can't recall the time exactly, but apparently, like, she said something like it looked as if he, like, paid at 8-something at night, but then I guess the babysitter's saying, like, he didn't get home till 2 hours later, maybe. So that right there has just really been on my mind, and I don't know about that. But I keep on thinking.
Was it the Rockies game that he went to? The Colorado Rockies?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, baseball. On Saturday night.
Okay.
And then, but yeah, the bill seemed kind of high to have a beer and a salmon dinner. But, you know, it's more like a bill for two.
Right.
So I thought, and I don't know that. I don't like, you know, I don't want to have hearsay, but these are things that, you know, Addie was telling me, or Nikki, who dropped her off and was the one that went to the house today. I've talked to both of them, and I know that Shanann was on medication, and she wouldn't have left her medication.
Do you know what she was on medication for?
Yeah, nausea, because she was pregnant.
Right. And do you know how far she is?
I'm trying to think. Let's see, July. 4, maybe going on 5, I would say.
Well, you said Addie lands in 2.5 hours or so?
Yeah, I was just talking to her. She said, I don't get into BWI till 3. You can text her if you're able to, but she definitely can text because she has Wi-Fi, and we were talking as soon as you called me.
No, I'm trying to... It's almost 10 o'clock here.
8 minutes, 11:45, 42 here.
So yeah, I'll give you a phone number.
Okay, hold on 1 second. And then I also want to give you Cindy's phone number too.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you a phone number and have Addie. You said Addie and her are really good friends?
Yes, very close. And Addie knows, Addie's really one that knows a lot, if not everything, going on with the marriage, and Shanann really confides in her a lot.
Yeah, so I'll give you a phone number. Text Addie to call me when she lands.
Okay, I'll do it. I'm doing it right now with you on the phone.
And the number I'm giving you is to our dispatch center. And just have her ask for Officer James, James, with Frederick Police Department. And they'll get the message to me.
Okay.
And that number is 720 652 4222.
Okay.
And so when she calls that number, just tell her to ask for Officer James of Frederick Police, and they'll get me the message, and I'll return her a call.
Okay, and then I just put that in my text with Cindy and Addie. Did you want Cindy to call you as well?
Is Cindy on the plane with her?
No, she's in Arizona.
No, I'll call Cindy if you can give me her phone number. Okie dokie. And
her last name is Derossett.
Spell it for me.
Derossett.
Derossett?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so have Addie call me when she lands. I'm going to call Cindy. That number's good for you, too, if you can think of anything after we get off the phone and you want to say anything else. You can call that number, too, and they can get me a message.
Except for, this was such a complete shock to me, but when I'm hearing everything and it's not making sense. Did you talk to Chris? How about Christina? Did you talk to her?
Nope,
she has an accent. She lives in Hawaii.
She does live in Hawaii?
She does.
Okay, so she's probably awake still then.
Yeah, and she actually lived with them for 2 months.
Okay, yeah.
She knows them. Okay.
She's on my list to call.
Good. Okay, good.
And then is a Sam Paisley? That's who I'm talking to now. That's you.
Yeah, that's me.
Yep. So I gotta check you off my list. Okay. So yeah, Sam, if you have anything else that you can think of, just call that number and they'll get the message to me. Okay?
I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everything.
Yep. Bye.
Good luck. Bye.